My name is Cathy Mangin, and I would say that my biggest challenge before working with Tony and putting practices together that he taught me was narrowing down a focus about what I did, because I was a little scattered in my thinking and there was like a fork in the road, and we just kind of narrowed things down. My biggest takeaway moment was realizing that people really don't need to hear that much about what you are going to do for them. They have to want a result, and it's all about them, the why, as we would call it. Tony was very generous in his time and also shared some videos that really brought that home. So I can always refer back to those, which is the best part. I was able to apply the training that Tony provided during the process or during the time span, I guess, of our 10 weeks. And I put a test, I guess it was a test. I had been charging not nominal fees, but something that I felt was the value. And he clearly pointed out that I could get much more and pointed out how much I actually had to offer. So as my confidence built and I really embraced that, I made a call with my next client and had absolutely no problem getting much higher pricing for the same services. So that was great. For my business life, I just got a lot more clear about what I was doing and how to explain what I do in a way that would make people want to find out more information. The other thing, though, and I think it's even much bigger, we spent a lot of time. I had gone through a life change and felt kind of paralyzed with just self-care and a lot of things that had gone kind of awry. And I was able to find out that I was really important and that I was fine just the way I was, and then I could move forward. Never could quite make a commitment to changing some daily habits, but Tony got me to meditate, which is huge for me. And I wasn't allowed to do anything except get out of bed in the morning and pee, and then I had to go meditate because that was the process. So I couldn't go get in the shower or check an email. And actually that's been really, really valuable. And keeping a journal. So a lot of personal things. And those spilled over into the professional. And that was what was so beautiful about it. I can understand that somebody might have fear to make that first step and make that first call to Tony because of various reasons. I didn't even really know what he did. I just knew that he was a pretty amazing young man, and I knew in general. So I had actually given myself the gift of a couple of counseling sessions. And he made it clear that he was not a therapist or anything like that. But at the same time, I knew that he was going to be very helpful on a personal level, which then would, of course, as I said earlier, spill over. So when we talked about what it is that he does and that he typically works with businesses, but he was willing to work with me as an individual, I did not hesitate at all to make that investment. And when you do invest your time and money with someone, you are going to listen. And we did have those weekly calls, and they were exactly on the dot when we said they were going to be. They weren't always easy. And at the very beginning, I would get off the phone and I'd be teary-eyed and I'd be, darn it, this isn't comfortable. And then I got past that, and there was just such a tremendous growth, and you can't put a value on that. So a dollar figure, yeah, of course there's one. But what we experienced and what I can take away from it is really what I would say is priceless.